Welcome back to my channel. I'm James, and this channel is all about great movies and great TV series from all over the world. And today we're going to be deep diving and doing a review on Unbreakable, the complete 4K Ultra HD Ultimate Collector's Edition set that just came out. Now, there's a lot of interesting things we're going to dive into about this, and I think you're going to be surprised by a lot of the things that I noticed on this release. So today we're going to be doing my exclusive 4K versus Blu-ray image comparison. So I'm going to go through and kind of show you the differences between what the image on the 4K is versus the Blu-ray, as well as the special features, and kind of give you an idea of if this is worth upgrading to and if this is worth spending your money on. Then I'm going to do a movie review, what my thoughts are on the movie, if I enjoyed it, and kind of let you know about that. I'm going to go through and do a quick unboxing on this, and then run down through all the specs that come in this set, and then wrap it up with my review score and my final thoughts. So make sure you stick around through this whole review. There's a lot of interesting things about this set that we've got to go into. Now, in the comparison, we're going to be comparing it to the original Blu-ray release. And there's some interesting things I noticed on this, and that's something I do exclusively on this channel. I test everything, and I do a lot of these Blu-ray versus 4K image comparisons, and that's something I work really hard to do exclusively for all of you on this channel. So if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and subscribe below so you don't miss out on any of this exclusive or special content that I do only on my YouTube channel. Now, starting off with the comparison between both of these, I'm going to put these down while I talk to you about the differences here. Up above, you're going to see the difference between the 4K and the Blu-ray. And I will tell you right off the bat, there was not as much of a noticeable difference in my opinion as some of the previous 4K Ultra HD restorations and remasters that I've been doing reviews on for quite a while on the channel. So this is one of those that you're going to see the screenshots above, and there is some scenes that there was some differences between them that you'd say, hey, that did look better, or hey, the lights to darks because of the HDR did look better. But in my opinion, from going through the Blu-ray versus the 4K, I'll be honest as always with you, there wasn't as much a noticeable difference as, for example, I just did a couple of days ago, the Children of the Corn 4K Arrow restoration and remaster that came out on 4K Ultra HD. And when I was going through that and doing all the comparisons between the Blu-ray that was released by Arrow and the 4K restoration, there was some drastic changes that, in my opinion, based on what I saw, that did, in my opinion, have a drastic upgrade that I noticed that on. Now, talking about the film here for a minute before we kind of go a little bit more here into the comparison, I did really like the film originally. I'm a big M. Night Shyamalan fan, and I was glad to get this to be able to upgrade it and own it now with all of the rest of the trilogy that he had for this like superhero, mystery, horror, thriller. It really is kind of a collaboration of all different elements. It originally started off in Unbreakable as just kind of a like mystery superhero movie, and it kind of was a very realistic, down-to-earth superhero movie, and I really liked that. Then he went off and did Split, which was basically a surprise sequel to Unbreakable. So if you didn't know that already, I did kind of just give that away for you. You're going to want to get Split if you haven't already seen it with Unbreakable. And then after that, they came back and did Glass. So this is the trilogy. You have Unbreakable and Split, and then Glass is the final one in the trilogy that M. Night Shyamalan started. And I will say that there are varying qualities between each film. I'm not going to do a review on each film alone because we're focusing on Unbreakable for this, but there is quite a bit of difference as you go along. Basically, the tone, the feel of it. Split, in my opinion, is more horror, slasher, thriller almost with a mystery behind it. Glass kind of goes back more to the feeling that Unbreakable had. But if you're a fan of M. Night Shyamalan and you do like Unbreakable or any of these films, you're going to want to own all of them so you have the trilogy. Now, that being said, I did feel like both Split and Glass were a bigger upgrade on 4K Ultra HD than I really felt like Unbreakable was. And as always, I'm always upfront and honest with all of you. And some of these 4Ks that have come out, I've really enjoyed the restorations and think they look great. But I really didn't feel like Unbreakable was as big an upgrade. As you've probably noticed by going through all of these screenshots above that I've been showing you, it just wasn't as noticeable a change as some of those like Dune restorations, or I just did the Star Trek 4 movie 4K restoration. That was a huge change. Just like I was talking about with Children of the Corn that came out a few days ago, that one really was a noticeable change. Unbreakable, on the other side, I really didn't feel like was as noticeable a change, nor as big an upgrade. Now, if you're a big collector and a fan of 4Ks and Ultra HDs and you want to upgrade to get it anyways, then definitely go ahead and pick this up. But going into the special features on this set as well, compared to the Blu-ray release that came out previously, you don't get any new special features either. So I'll get that right out of the bat. There's no upgrades with special features. There's no upgrades where you get a new special feature. They're identical, the same base level, very slim amount of special features that are on this Blu-ray are the same special features you get in this 4K Ultra HD set. So in that sense, you're not getting an upgrade either. So they didn't add anything new in the special features wise for this 4K Ultra HD. Now, as always, I always have the links for everything listed in the description section right below each video. So you open that description section up, the links for this will be listed out right down there below from Amazon. So if you're gonna pick this set up, or if you're gonna pick up the Blu-ray set because you haven't seen the movie, make sure to go through the description section below and click through those links below. That does help support the channel, and I do really appreciate all the love and support. And that's how I keep providing all this exclusive and special content, just like all the extra work and time it takes me to do these actual comparisons that you see above. That all goes right back into help, so that way I can keep doing this for all of you. So make sure, if you're gonna pick up this release, make sure to click through that description section link right below and pick it up either on the Blu-ray or on the 4K, depending on which you want after you get done watching this review. Now, going into the audio options on this release, I will tell you it has the same audio options as well as the Blu-ray. So you still get a good audio mix. You get the English DTS HD Master Audio 5.1. That's a 48 kilohertz 24-bit mix. That's the exact same audio option that came on the Blu-ray release. So no upgrade there either. You do get French Dolby Digital and Spanish Dolby Digital 5.1. Those are the same audio options you got on the Blu-ray release as well. Subtitles, same thing as the Blu-ray. You get English, French, and Spanish subtitles included on this and on that Blu-ray. The 4K disc is a larger 4K disc, though I will tell you I was a little surprised because it's a BD66, whereas the original Blu-ray was a BD50. So it did not get the BD100 that a lot of these 4Ks really do need to be on. Now, because the movie only runs basically 106 minutes, I don't know that that really matters as much because the SD content for special features and things like that really didn't take up much space, so it was probably enough room for it anyways. I just really like BD100s to give it plenty of room. That way I don't have to worry about if they did overcompress something. But that's kind of where I'm talking about the upgrade again. In visual quality on this, if you're a big fan of M. Night Shyamalan, you're a big fan of Unbreakable, you have to have it in the series. And I do admit I love Unbreakable and think it's a really well done M. Night Shyamalan movie. I think Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson, they're great in it. And it's a great, like, down-to-earth, not superheroes with big special effects, but just a very down-to-earth superhero movie that I really did enjoy. So if you haven't seen it, I do recommend picking up either the 4K or the Blu-ray. But price-wise, you're still looking at about 25 bucks for this right now. I've seen it between 25 to 30 bucks. So with the price it's at as well, again, it wasn't as big an upgrade as I expected for this. Now, I do have something I'm going to cover real quick with all of you, so make sure you stick around. We've got a lot more to dive into and get you my review score, so make sure you stick around here. If you enjoy this video and you enjoy my content, please consider giving this video a super thanks, and I'll show you that symbol right here. It's right below the video. There's a symbol, and that's the super thanks symbol. And I do ask that if you enjoy my content that you please consider giving a super thanks. All that money goes back right into this channel so I can keep providing all of this exclusive content and spend all this extra time providing all of these 4K versus Blu-ray comparisons and doing all of this special content. Another way you can help support the channel is if you're going to pick up either the Blu-ray or the 4K release of any of these reviews that I put out. Make sure to go down through the description section right below this video, click that link below there, and buy it through there. That does help support the channel as well, and I do appreciate all the love and support all of you have given. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and a like for me. Don't forget to give this video a like. Click that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and the bell notification right next to it. That way you're one of the first ones to get notified when I release any of this early or special or exclusive content. That way you get to watch it first. All right, we've got a lot more to cover. Let's dive right back into this. Coming back into Unbreakable here, it did come with a slipcover, and I did like that. It says the Ultimate Collector's Edition on it. It comes with digital copy code, the Blu-ray copy of the movie. So again, if you want to buy this so you're future-proofed, you can do that. It comes with this copy of the Blu-ray in this set. And I will tell you, both the 4K and the Blu-ray are region-free. As all of you know, I test everything on the channel and always will, because there have been some 4K releases in the US that have been region-locked, as well as those from Germany and Scandinavia and France. Some of the companies have been region locking both the 4Ks and the Blu-rays. Blu-rays have always had a problem with some of them being region locked anyways. 4Ks weren't supposed to be, but for some reason, some of these releases from the US and other countries are getting region locked, so I will always test them exclusively on the channel so that way you know. Both of the releases in this set are region free, so no matter where you live, if you do want to import this through the link right below from Amazon, make sure to go down there. It is region free and you won't have any issues playing this. Now, side of it here just says Unbreakable 4K Ultra HD. Then the back, it does go through the specs. The same Blu-ray and bonus features as what was on that Blu-ray before. Same specs I was going through, audio options, subtitles, and things like that. And it does say in a tiny print here, region A, B, and C, so that kind of tells you it's region free anyways, but I always test it anyways. Going inside the case, the cover is the exact same on the front and the back as what was on the slip cover. Going inside the case, you'll have your digital copy code, which I did take out already. You've got your Blu-ray copy here, and then you've got your 4K Ultra HD. And that's it that comes in the case. Now, Unbreakable is in its aspect ratio of 2.39.1, which is its original aspect ratio. They didn't cut it down or change it at all for the 4K release. And it is a native 4K 2160p release. And it does have HDR10 on it. And the HDR did look decent. Though I will say I didn't think it was implemented as good in this release because it's filmed a lot of it at night and with a dark filter, and it's very, very like moody with a very, very dark theme to it. It was not as noticeable with the HDR, especially with HDR10. It wasn't Dolby Vision. I just really didn't think it was as big an upgrade, and that's where I'm going to get to about my review score here. The 2160p did look smoother overall as far as the image presentation. It did still have film grain in it, so they didn't basically DNR that out all the way. But the Blu-ray did have that originally as well, so I didn't think either one was heavily DNR'd to begin with, but at the same time, because of the mood, it wasn't as noticeable an upgrade. The film came out in 2000, so it was done a lot more modern. So that's where I feel like a lot of times some of these more modern films don't have as big an upgrade on 4K as what they intended. It does look good, so don't get me wrong. It did look good, just not, in my opinion, $25, $30 good for upgrading. So that's where I'm going to get to my review score. My review score for this, I loved the film. That's what kind of heavily gave it this high of a review score anyways. But for the content, not adding new special features, there's not really much other than just the visual upgrade you get on it. Audio options are the same as what you got on the Blu-ray. My review score for this is a 7.6. As all of you know that have watched this channel for a long time, I will always be honest and upfront with you, even when something is sent to me for review. Yes, I like getting these sent to me for review, but that's not going to change my opinion on if it's worth you picking up and buying. The 7.6 for this is an okay review score. It's not amazing. I'm not going to say this is a must buy. It's not something I'm going to tell you, you got to go out and pick this out right away. If you're a huge Unbreakable fan, M. Night Shyamalan fan, any of the fans of the movie, and you want to get it and you don't already own it on Blu-ray, then go ahead and pick it up if you want to spend the money, but I would suggest waiting for a sale. In my opinion, this is a sale title. I would have paid easily maybe 10, maybe 18 bucks at most, but I kind of feel like the $25 to $30 price range for this release just wasn't really a huge upgrade. And that's why it got a 7.6, because it didn't have new audio options. It didn't even have Dolby Vision, that I really felt like for them charging $25 to $30 for this release, they should have done a new audio mix, Dolby Vision. I mean, Dolby Atmos would have been great on this, but they didn't. So in my opinion, yes, if you love the film and you're a huge collector like I am, I'm glad I own it now. But as I've always said before, I do feel like there are some other releases that have come out. Children of the Corn, the Star Trek release. I mean, we have been bombarded by some great 4K Ultra HD releases recently. And I feel like there's a lot more of those that your money would be better spent towards. Star Trek release, highly recommended that. You need to check out that review on my channel. Children of the Corn, that's an early release. That hasn't even come out yet. That comes out in another like week and a half. I did that review a couple of days ago because Arrow Video sent that to me early for review. That one's well worth spending your money for because that was a big upgrade. Heck, The Thing, that was great. Universal's release of that, they released it for 20 bucks. Great price point. Whereas this, the cheapest I was able to find it is 25 bucks. A lot of it's 30 everywhere. And I just feel like that's a high price for this that really was not as noticeable an upgrade as like The Thing was. I mean, heck, Universal did a great job with that Thing 4K Ultra HD release as well. And that review is on my channel as well. Tons of these 4Ks that I've reviewed recently that honestly, you could take your pick of any of those, and a lot of those are a lot better of an upgrade, a lot better of a price than this was. So that's why 7.6 is what this release got. If you're an Ultimate fan, you gotta have it. Go ahead and pick it up. Make sure if you're gonna pick it up though that you click through that link in the description section right below this video, but otherwise I would wait for a sale. But as of right now, I do really feel like your money could be better spent on some of these other releases. So let me know what your thoughts are about the film if you're gonna pick this one up. Let me know if you already own the Blu-ray release and if you're gonna upgrade. As you all know, I try to bring you varying content, review things that are sent to me as fast as I can to get these out to you, so whether you know you should spend your money or not. But my opinion based on what I saw and what I heard, and as you know, everything that I've tested it on, 7.6 is what this gets, and I kind of feel like if you wait and you get a better deal around the $15 price range, then pick it up. But as of right now, around $25 to $30, I just don't really think it's worth spending your money with. Make sure, if you have not done so already, make sure to subscribe to this channel and click that bell notification, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up and a like for me. I really do appreciate all your love and support over the years, and if you enjoy this video and you enjoy my content, please consider giving this video a super thanks. That does help to support the channel. It helps me to be able to spend more and more time bringing all of you more and more content, because I know a lot of you have asked me to be able to bring you more and more of these reviews because you've been enjoying them so much. And make sure you stay tuned. I have another big, early, and exclusive review coming out from Arrow Video. This is another limited edition set of Legend that they have coming out. It's coming out in about a week and a half from now, and I just got that in and I'm working on that, doing that for a review as well. So make sure you stay tuned and that you're subscribed. Lots more exciting content coming very soon. I had a fun time today. I hope all of you have a blessed day, and I look forward to the time we get to do this again real soon.